Welcome to Tales from the Empty Nest. She's Mama.
He's big boy.
We're just a couple of middle to late 40s empty nesters figuring out how to have fun and be on our own again. Welcome to the show tonight. This is episode 7 of our show. We've been trying to do them every week. Sometimes we don't make it. That's usually because we're out of town or something like that. So that's fair. Big news of the day, or big news yesterday, a tie in the NFL, and it just happened to kind of coincide with your team.
I know.
Tell us how you feel about ties in the NFL.
Well, I didn't even know that was a thing, I guess, because it's not very common. But we did some pool and lit day drinking yesterday, so you were pretty tired by the time the game came on, and it was actually, to me, a pretty good game, but we were both exhausted, so...
Yeah,
we headed to bed about 8:30, but we left the TV on. You were passed out, but I tried to stay up and watch it till about halftime. And it was so good, but I just could not stay awake. Fell asleep, woke up again about an hour later, and it was still pretty good, but I could not keep my eyes open. And then I got up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, checked my phone, and I was like, what the hell? Freaking tie? So they just do one overtime, I guess, is what it looked like.
So the NFL rules now are there's a 10-minute period. That's the overtime period.
And so you just play through that whole period?
No.
Oh, okay.
They do a coin flip. The team that gets the ball, if they go score, the other team then gets a chance to possess the ball. Mm-hmm. If they don't score on that possession, the game's over. Oh, okay. If they do score the same amount of points on that possession as the first team, then it's sudden death. But they only have 10 minutes to play. Mm-hmm. So,
and that's it.
Yeah, 2/3 of a normal quarter is what they're playing in overtime. I don't know why the NFL does not adopt the college overtime rules where they start at the 25 and everybody gets a possession, and then you got to go for it after the second touchdown. You got to go for 2 rather in the second overtime.
Yeah.
Those create really quick endings usually. There's been a couple that have gone way long and drawn out, but normally it happens pretty quick, and it's funner. It's exciting to me, and it's like both teams truly get a chance every single time.
Right.
And
I like the way college does it. I agree.
Yeah, I think the way the NFL does it is stupid. But anyway, I wanted to bring that up and get your thoughts on that. NFL games should not end in ties.
No.
Ever. That's the most ridiculous thing.
I don't think any college game or NFL game should end in a tie.
That's fair. Like no sporting event.
We're not in Little League or
the NFL is a
flag
billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
There is no way that any NFL game should end in a tie. Shame on you, NFL. I don't know. Do you think it's better to tie than to lose?
I was gonna touch upon that. I really did not think we would win that game. It was pretty scary playing them, to be honest. So I wasn't expecting much, which is one of the reasons why I was like, I'm not going to stay up just to watch them lose. But I think I am more happy that they tied than lost the game.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I mean, it would have been really cool if they won, but they exceeded my expectations, and to me, it was pretty good.
To me, that was one of those games where everybody just had kind of written Dallas off and said Green Bay's going to come in there and kick the shit out of them. Matter of fact, I even commented on a friend of ours' post. He was saying the same thing, and I was like, man, to me, this just seems like a game where the outcome is not going to be what you expect. And I'm not saying a win, but just you would not expect the outcome, and I think that's what happened. Nobody expected a 40-40 tie in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'll say this, and this is the last thing I'll say, and if you guys watch our TikToks, you know I'm not she's the Dallas Cowboy fan. I am not a giant Dallas Cowboy fan. I've learned to root for them for her. Mm-hmm. If you score 40 points, you cannot lose a football game.
Yeah.
That is like absolutely absurd. I saw a thing today. Dallas has the number 1 offense in the NFL, and they have the very last defense in the NFL.
Can't have that.
Yeah, got to fix that. So anyway,
balance things out.
I thought we'd start the show off by pissing you off and talking about the tie last night
nice.
in the NFL. I mean, at least it wasn't a loss, right?
Yeah, that's the way I look at it as. At least it wasn't a loss.
So on to a topic that Mama came up with. I asked Mama, I said, you got to start coming up with some topics because I can think of them all day long, but I feel like you'll be more bought in if you have some say and bring some topics to the table. And you brought a bunch of topics to the table, actually. So kudos to you for like stepping up and participating in that way. The first one, though, what we want our grandparent names to be. Now, we are not expecting to be grandparents anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
But I think it's a valid conversation because both our kids are older. Mm-hmm. Both of our kids are in, I would say, serious relationships, semi to serious relationships. So that could come at any point, I would think.
Right.
So yeah, you're gonna have to start first.
I don't know. So I struggle with this. Like, I have no idea what I want my name to be. I know I don't want it to be Grandma. That sounds really old to me. But should we just organically let it happen, where we just see what the kids are going to call us? But of course, they don't start talking till at least a year, 2 years, whatever, years old. And so then what do you call yourselves until then? And then that might stick. So I don't know. Our daughter named my mom Mimi by going up to her all the time and saying me, 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 because she wanted her to pick her up. So we just were like, oh, you're Mimi.
Yeah, and by the way, just so Mimi has 6 children. And how many grandchildren does Mimi have now?
13.
13 grandchildren. Yeah. Our daughter was the number one grandbaby on both sides of the family. Right. We're both the oldest. Yeah, I guess
so.
Not
our daughter
crazy.
Pretty much gave the name to my mom for what she should be called. And she was pretty young at that time. But anyway,
yeah, and my parents kind of told us, hey, this is what I want to be called. My mom wanted to be called Gran. My dad wanted to be called Granddaddy. And like your dad has been a pop and been a grandpa and been like all kinds of different names. Nothing's ever really stuck with him, I don't feel like.
No. I've thought about this, and I honestly wouldn't mind being called Gran. So your mom can be great Gran, and I can be Gran. Because that, to me, doesn't sound too old. It's not Granny or Grandma. I wouldn't mind Gran. I also thought about, involving my name somehow and doing, like, just D. Grandma D.
So you wouldn't want to be Grandma, but you could be Grandma D?
Yeah. Or something. But that would be too hard for kids to say.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's just, man, this is a struggle.
Yeah.
I want some feedback from other people on how the names came up, or did you just know what you wanted to be called? And
yeah, I think it's interesting because I think I was the first grandchild as well. Mm-hmm. And I think I kind of roundabout named my grandparents because they had really weird grandparent names, like not typical names at all. So I think that came from me just kind of calling them something at some point. But that isn't. I never have
name you.
I think that's cool. But what I back to your original point. What the hell did they call themselves
until
I started talking?
Yeah,
and maybe that's kind of how it was. Maybe part of. I'll have to ask my dad about that. Yeah. Maybe part of it was they did pick a name and I just butchered it so badly that's what ended up being the name.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Like, I have a grandma. Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, it's interesting. For me, man, I don't know. I think it would be cool to like uphold the granddaddy tradition. Cause I had a granddaddy that was my great granddaddy. My dad is a granddaddy. I think maybe that would be cool. But then I think like, I don't know, isn't that kind of like old school sounding?
I know.
Like,
our parents, so were your grandparents older when you were born? Like, did you have older grandparents?
No, I think my grandparents, no, they weren't. My grandparents were like younger than us, I think.
Okay.
Or like right around this age.
Younger than us when she became a grandma. So that's why Mimi was fitting. It doesn't sound too old.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Granddaddy is okay. Pop would be okay, I guess. Mm-hmm. I would say like Big Pop or Big Daddy or something. But that
goes with.
It's too not
many words.
Well, and it's not grandparent-y sounding, So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I would be interested in hearing other people's like how they, because I think we've probably got some grandparents that might listen to us. Some of the younger grandparents, so. I would love to hear like how that all came about for you guys. But I think it's we're going to have to think on that.
Yeah.
I think
we
ultimately
should also ask our kids.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was.
Actually ask them what they think.
Well, and we shouldn't until they actually.
Right now. That's right. We'll wait till they're pregnant first.
Yeah. We'll wait to hear their thoughts on that, but yeah, I mean that's a pretty good topic. I don't know the answer for you.
Yeah, it's fun to think about it though. I do think about it every once in a while. What do I want to be called?
Do you now that the kids are gone? I know. So I'll just say this: I feel like kids moving out of the house is harder on mothers than it is on fathers, and I think. At least for us, that's certainly been the case. Yes. You still have your moments. You certainly had moments when
a little bit of depression, a lot.
Yeah,
I would say a little. It's a little bit of depression a lot of times. I guess that's the correct.
Just kind of the blues, right?
Yeah, the blues.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I forgot where I was going with this. The heck were we talking about?
We were talking about grandparent names.
And then I said, okay, shit, I don't know where I was going. I just completely lost my train of thought.
Well, that's what happens when you get old.
That's what happens when you get old.
We're talking about grandparents' name, and you want to call yourself Granddaddy.
Old Poppy.
There you go, Granddaddy.
Yeah.
Have a dose of forgetfulness. Well, if you think about it, we'll.
Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was now. Do you kind of like fantasize a little bit about being a grandparent? Like, are you at that place yet where like you start thinking about, if I had a little granddaughter, I had a little grandson, here's what we would do.
So I struggle with that because my nephew, my youngest brother, just had a baby. He's about to turn a year old, and he sends us videos all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to have grandbabies. I think I just sent you something like that this week when I shared the video with you. But then I'm also where I don't feel like I could really give myself 100% to a grandchild right now because I'm enjoying, as much as I have those blues moments of my kids moving out, I want to be able to give 100% to our grandchildren and to our kids to give them a break from their children and maybe keep them a night or keep them a weekend. And I don't feel like I'm in that space right now because I'm still enjoying my time with you. And I don't want to bounce back into having something consume us where we're just not quite ready to
yeah. I think we've both made we could probably move other places than where we live today, but both of our kids still live here. I feel like there's a better than not chance that both of our kids will stay around here.
Yes. Not maybe in the same city, but pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I feel like as we start to get closer to that, we've kind of made a decision that we'll stay. We want to stay around our kids.
Right. And still travel.
We'll still just go. Yeah. We'll still do our trips or whatever, but we want to be close to see the grandbabies. And I think, what you kind of alluded to, helping the kids out, because I think that's something that we didn't have as much because we were 5-6 hours away from our parents for basically our whole marriage. Until
the kids got
so
we didn't need them to watch them because they could take care of themselves while we went on a date.
So I don't fantasize about being a grandpa at this point at all whatsoever, although I think it will be. One thing that I think is interesting about sort of the transition from dad to grandpa is I think you learn so much about what not to do as a dad. Like I feel like I did so many things a certain way with our kids that having some experience now and seeing how things work and hell probably growing up some myself and then watching them grow up has changed my outlook on certain things.
We definitely, if we were parents right now, we'd be much better parents than we were when we were in
our 20s. I think that's universal.
For me, I think patience, having a lot of patience.
I think that is. I honestly just feel like that's part of life. And if you're lucky enough to raise good kids, even though you're going to make tons of mistakes, it's good. I think you did a good job. And so yeah, but I do think it'll be cool at some point to be able to go back and do some of those things. Hopefully give our kids some advice that maybe they'll listen to at some point. But I also think like, yeah, just having like a little buddy or a little budette. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to make the TikToks where our grandkids run past you to come to me.
That actually might happen.
Like you see,
I'm not gonna lie.
Like you see all over TikTok.
My nieces and nephews struggle when they were little coming over to their Annie's house because I have too many rules.
That's it. You do have too many rules.
And I will enforce those rules.
Well,
and those are the rules my kids had to follow growing up here. So
my grandmother both of my grandmothers, very strong ladies. One of them, though, was like a act tough, but wasn't really tough. The other one, act tough and was very tough. And I always loved my grandma. So I don't think just because you have rules and you enforce them that the grandbabies won't like you. So
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I'm sure. But they are going to run past you to get to me. Just be prepared for that.
That's fair.
So I think we beat that horse completely dead. Mm-hmm. We don't know what we want our grandparent names to be. So if you got ideas, let us know. I could be like, they could just call me Big Boy.
No, that's too weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Guess how many days it is until we go to Cancun? Just fly off the top of your head, guess.
63.
Close. This is kind of crazy, and we did not plan this. We were sitting here last time right when we got done with the show, and I started jotting ideas down for us to talk about, and you were like telling me some things. It is 69 days until we go to Cancun. And we're really not going to Cancun proper. We're going to be north of Cancun, but we're flying into Cancun. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I always feel. Do you ever feel like people Mexico shame other people? Like when like when you go like, oh, we're going to Cancun,
yeah,
and people are like, oh, well, we go to Cabo or
we go here.
Yeah,
I do feel that way.
Don't Mexico shame us.
Yeah,
I love Cancun.
Cancun has some beautiful waters, and you know what? It's not a far trip to the airport. Never had a bad time. We've been there twice. So.
Yeah. So you guys might want to shame us, but we don't care. So shame us all you want. But yeah, 69 days. And babe, should I tell them what I named this in my little countdown tracker thing?
I mean, you can if you want to.
I mean, is it going to embarrass the hell out of you?
No, it won't embarrass me. But this is typical you.
This is 100% me. So when I first I downloaded this little thing called Countdowns, and I've put several things in there. But I did a count. It's just a little app you put in when you're supposed to go and where you're going or whatever, and it counts down the days. So it's pretty self-explanatory. But then I changed it when I was sitting there one morning, and we've had this trip booked forever. I was sitting there one morning and I changed it to Cancun Suck and Fuck Fest. And I screenshotted it, and I sent it to Mama. So, yes, that is me 100%. I am, I don't know.
You're very sexual.
Yeah, I'm a dirty old bastard. That's probably the best way. It's probably the best way to describe it. But I'm excited. That's not that far. That's not that long. I mean, that is a little over 2 months.
Yeah.
And we'll be basking in the sun. Hopefully it's good weather.
I hope so.
Yeah, that part of the year. Part of the year is not always the best.
Yeah,
but we had good weather last year about that time. So
a little chilly. Their pool could have been a little warmer. But.
Yeah, I mean and the water's a little chilly. It's not bad once you get out in it.
Yeah.
If the sun's out, it's perfect. I think.
Yep.
The few times the sun did come out all the way, it felt really, really good. So. But we're excited about the resort we're going to. It's a brand new resort, and it's been getting like really, really good reviews, mostly. Some people, I don't think you can please everybody. There's always going to be those people that find like the most ridiculous thing to complain about. But all the other, like the majority, 98 to 99% of these things are 5 stars or better. You can't get better than 5 stars. 5 stars. So it sounds like it's a really nice place. I'm excited. We got one of them rooms that's got a roof on top of it with a private pool and a little like daybed looking thing, and it's overlooking the water, the ocean.
Naps.
Naps, yeah.
Yep, naps.
We're gonna do naps. So yeah, man, I'm excited about it. But I thought I hadn't checked that in a while, and I thought it would be interesting to check it while we're doing the show, and that's what we did. So, do you have like what are you looking forward to the most?
Not having to stress about anything.
Do you feel like when you get away like that you're totally just let go?
I just let go.
That's good.
I don't have work to think about. I don't have a house to clean. I don't have laundry to do. I just get up, foods, the thinking part of it.
Yeah.
Like, food's ready, it's prepared. I can just pick and choose, and drinks.
Unlimited
just
drinks.
Relaxation, man.
There's always really good people watching.
Oh, yeah, that's
last year we saw a dude like almost drown in the pool because I think he was so drunk. Like, I think he was so disoriented. He could not figure out whether he should swim down or swim up or what.
They had to come in and help him.
Yeah, so this guy is like on his back, like, but cannot get like, and he's in, 4 feet of water, 3 feet of water. It was like a shallow part of the pool, but he could not stand up. And so I almost got up. I saw this kind of unfolding. I almost get up to run in and jump in and like try to help this guy, and then somebody else did. And then one of the workers comes over, and they're trying to get this guy out of the pool. And this poor guy's wife, I mean, this guy was probably, I bet he was in his 60s, late 50s, early 60s. The wife is just sitting over there, like, embarrassed to death. And, like,
he doesn't want to get out of the pool.
Yeah, he will not get out of the pool. Oh, man, it was funny. But that's the type of shit you see. What was it the first day? A girl wanted some rolls.
Oh, yeah.
She was hollering up at the
second
dinner
floor of the buffet. She was hollering at them at the outdoor area to throw her some dinner rolls into the pool.
Yeah, she was having a good time. And I am so upset that we didn't see them anymore that trip. I think that must have been their last night. It was a bunch of ladies.
Hurrah.
Yeah, and they just, you could tell. They were like, today we're getting hammered on our last day. And they did. And, man, she was.
Yeah, people watching's fun. Making friends is fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we always seem to find some folks to talk to and hang out with. I'm looking forward to it. And we decided this time 5 days instead of 4 because last time we thought 1 more day. Yeah, last time we thought 1 more day might have been a little bit.
There is such a thing as too many days.
Yeah, I think I see reviews sometimes where these people go for like 21 days to these places. That's too much for me, I think.
Way too much.
I couldn't
ready to get back into some normal rhythm.
Well, yeah, and I just can't keep that pace for 21 days of stuffing myself and like drinking like that. I can't do that for.
Well, that's what we do. They may not. They might be.
They clearly can't. But like, what do they do?
Just chill.
I don't know. I mean, I like to chill, but I don't. 21 days is too much, I think. Now, if I live there, that's different. But I'm not paying that much to just go sit there for 21 days. It ain't happening. Empty nest animals. This was another topic Mama brought up. And I'm going to let you lead this one because I don't know exactly what your thought process is on it.
How did your animals act? How do they act with the kids being gone? And like we had a lab we had for 13 years before he passed away. He passed away when I think our son was a junior in high school and our daughter was like a sophomore in college. So at that time, we said, we're not going to do any more pets. Kids are older. We want to travel. And I don't know if we touched upon this on some previous episodes on how we got the pet we have now. But
we didn't. Should we tell the story?
Well, we have a cat. Her name is Ziggy. And she wandered upon up through a little break we had in the gate while we were out at the pool one day. And this was, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
just about 2 years ago last month.
Yeah.
She came through skinny, and she was just a kitten, and she had a big bite wound or some sort of wound on the side of her, and didn't look like she had too much life left in her. So our plan was we'll feed her, get her some water, take her to the vet the next day, and then we just fell in love with her, or really I just fell in love with her.
Yeah, the thing I remember is even, like, you could clearly tell she had been through some sort of, she either somehow got separated from her litter, or she got dumped and she was out on her own. Whatever the case may be, she certainly had that huge wound where something got a hold of her. But she had been through a lot. But she was so sweet.
Yes.
She would like rub up against you, and like she was a super sweet cat,
she
like
wasn't
right
one of
from
those
the beginning.
Feral, crazy cats.
Right.
She was.
I mean, I think she's got a little, like she's got a fraction of feral in her. She has a
fraction of feral, but we love her for it. It keeps things exciting. But anyway, our son was living here then. Our daughter was moved out by that point when we got her. And so she got really, really close to our son. And then our daughter was going in and out of moving back in and moving back out. And then her last year of college, she moved back in for a year. And she got really close to our daughter at that time. And so our son moved out in April. Daughter moved out in July. And now she immediately after that happened was left going, what the heck?
What the hell happened?
She used to always hang out in our son's room. And so when he moved out, of course, our daughter was still here for a couple months, but when he moved out, she would go climb on his door and meow or scratch on the door. And I would just say, he's not here, he's gone. And, they don't understand. And how do you make them understand? It's just kind of, I wish I was in their head so I could figure out how they're feeling and what I could do to kind of help them through that process. But lucky for her, she has them both still close. They're about 20 minutes away, so they still come in and check on her when we're out of town, and they'll pop in and make visits. And we got to see our daughter for a little bit yesterday, and we were on the back patio watching football, and our cat likes to come out and hang outside with us. So when our daughter left, she jumped up in her seat, the empty seat, and was just rubbing all around it and loving on it like she missed her, and just the scents and smelling the chair, and just kind of sad to see. It's cool to see how happy she is when they come home, and it's just really sad to see how sad she is when they leave.
She's like a dog. We call her a cat dog all the time because she follows me literally all over I stay at home to work almost exclusively. She follows me like from room to room like a dog would. She's literally sitting at our feet right now taking a nap instead of in her
somewhere in a weird place she would not normally be taking a nap.
Yeah, she's just laying in the middle of the floor. And she when our son has a big pickup truck, it's a big diesel truck that's loud. So anytime she hears like a loud truck like that, she gets excited, her ears perk up, and she goes by the door. And so it's funny. She's definitely not your typical cat. She's very attached to her people.
Yeah, so it's like I'm sure the pets go through a little bit of depression, and it's like it's kind of sad to watch that. You're experiencing it yourself, and then you get to see your pet kind of experience it, and it's like, oh, they left.
Yeah, pets love their people. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But that's just part of life, Ziggs. It's the way it goes. The other thing is like when you travel, what do you do with your pets?
Yeah.
Like cats are easy. We can make sure her litter pan is clean, make sure she's got water. She's a dainty eater, so we have one of those like gravity fed food deals that we just make sure that thing is full, and we can be gone. I mean, we were gone for what, 6 days?
Yeah. The kids came over and checked on
They
her.
did, but they didn't need to. Like she could have maintained.
Yeah, she could have survived.
And like had everything she needed. But it's funny. She gives you an earful when you come back through the door after those long trips. And she does go into her little feral mode where she gets a little bitey sometimes to let you know that she doesn't appreciate it. But if we had a dog, we'd have to board it and or have somebody come into the house to check them every single day.
Which is the reason why we
said, we didn't want to get another dog.
Not fair to them.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I guess the alternative is if we've talked about this a few times, like it'd be cool to have an RV or something like that and just kind of drive places. You could take a dog on that.
Right.
A small enough dog. I wouldn't want to have like a big dog doing that, but like a little small type of dog you could take. So yeah. So what do you guys do? Did you guys notice any weird behavior in your animals when the kids moved out, stuff like that? It is an interesting topic because I think animals love their people a little bit more beyond just like I'm dependent on this person or this person is nice to me or stuff like that. I think they really do get attached like a human would. So
All right, let's turn on something different that's not so sad.
Mama sad. You're going first. We're going to interview our spouse, 5 questions apiece, and we'll probably do this more than once. But I thought it would be cool because it'll kind of spark some conversation, and honestly,
this was your idea.
It was.
I will say this: I'm not fond of it.
Why aren't you fond of it?
It's uncomfortable.
Why is it uncomfortable?
It's like being vulnerable, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that's why it's funny, and I wanted to see like what you would ask.
I had to Google some questions
because I didn't give like any context. I just said, "Hey, we're gonna interview each other, pick 5 questions," and so it'll be interesting to see how my questions are with how her questions are. But yeah, you're first, and you got to ask me. You're asking me questions.
I'm gonna go out of order of what I sent you, though.
Okay.
Is that okay? All right. Well, you should ask me one, then I should ask you one.
No.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
All right.
Okay, besides sex, what is your favorite thing to do with me?
Besides sex, what is my favorite thing to do with you? Man, that's a tough one.
Because I knew if I just said, what's your favorite thing to do with me, you'd say sex.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably right. You're going to hear this as a theme for me, probably. These are tough questions, I think, because I'm not a thinker like that.
Yeah, I'm not either.
So what
That's
is
why
my...
this sucks.
It's awesome. We'll learn to think on the fly. I think my favorite thing to do with you besides sex is probably like travel together. I have fun when we go on trips. And I would also add like just going to a bar and having dinner or whatever with you. I enjoy that a lot because I think we both are the same kind of weirdness where we like want to watch people and talk about people and like not like negatively, but just like, oh, do you see this or do you see that? So
right.
We have fun doing that. So that's what I would say.
Yeah.
I guess I got to go.
Yep.
All right. If there was one thing you could change about me, what would it be?
So this is the one. It's like a hard question to answer. So I'm going to go back and say our daughter always shares stuff with me as far as relationships, and she's been in the dating scene. She's now in a relationship. But anyway, I've got to hear her talk to me about a lot of things. And I always tell her, if they aren't what you want them to be, you're never going to change them. You are never going to change a man. He is what he is. And either he checks most of those boxes, or you see a potential in a husband, see a potential father of your children, but you're never going to change the core of a man. Same thing for a woman. You're not just going to change someone. So you like them for who they are, or they're got some qualities that are red flags. With that being said, there's one thing that you could probably actually change about yourself. And it wouldn't be that hard. And you've already done a pretty good job throughout our marriage getting in the right direction. But one thing I wish you would change is your style, your outfits. Because I can't change the core of you. I got what I signed up for. There's no changing anything.
That was like a big buildup just to say, dude, you don't dress very well.
Well, because we sit there. We just went to a concert.
I was dressed fine. I was dressed fine for that concert.
We just went to a concert, not this most recent weekend, but the weekend before. And I'm trying to look all cute. And what am I going to wear?
You did.
I feel like you had like a button-up T-shirt and a khaki pants.
I did not have a button-up T-shirt
or something.
I had a button-up short-sleeve shirt.
So, the one thing I wish you would change about yourself is maybe just grab like a couple different outfits that we can actually match up when we go out and try to look nice. Now, you have definitely gotten better from just your T-shirt and jeans and tennis shoes days. I will say that. So you have come in the right direction. But if there's one thing that is obtainable and changing, about you would be get some nice outfits, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably not going to happen, but all right, your turn.
It's nice to know that, right?
Yeah, I'm excited about knowing that now.
All right, hang on. I got to pull my phone back up. 3 wishes or just some wishes for our future. If you had 3 wishes for our future, what would they be?
Like you and me?
Yeah.
If I had 3, do you mean like? Do you mean like we're asking a genie for? Like, what do you mean exactly?
Yeah, if you just had 3 wishes, like no holds bar, what would they be? Okay.
I would wish for us to have long and healthy life.
Oh, I like that.
Together.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I would wish for some level of prosperity to the point where like we could spend our lives together and not spend so much time working to pay for us to go spend time together. And the third, man, should have just gave me 2 wishes.
Well, just do 2 then.
But no, I think I got to do 3. You asked me 3. I would say, yeah, I can't really, I think if we were healthy and prosperous, I think those are 2 really good wishes. I think
healthy kids and grandkids. There you go. That too. That could be another one.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of goes up under health, but I wasn't really thinking about it like that. Sure, that can be my 3rd one. Thank you for helping me with my 3rd wish.
Or a pool that never breaks down.
Well,
never needs any repairs.
Our pool doesn't really break down. What's your favorite sex position?
So I have this as your question too, because it's cool to kind of know that. I don't think we mention it. We talk about it to each other every now and then. For me, it could be different each time. It depends, and this goes back to one of the previous episodes where there's different types of sex. Mm-hmm. You know, passionate, quick. You know, just and that also just kind of falls in line.
Dirty
with that. And dirty. I would say my favorite is where I'm just kind of pulled up on the edge of the bed and you're standing. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's fair.
And our bed's the best for that. Doesn't work in every bed, so you learn that real quick.
Fellas, when you go search for beds, get your tape measure out. Make sure
get a tall one. Get a tall bed.
Make sure, if you're tall, get a tall bed. It may not work for everybody.
I do like some doggy style. That is kind of nice. And then I do like the lazy sex, where you come in from behind and we're just laying in bed. Sometimes that's nice too. So those are probably my top 3.
It's your top 3 positions?
Mm-hmm. Even though you didn't say my top 3, but I gave you top 3.
It's a woman answer.
Mm-hmm. So I got to ask you again something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, well, what's your favorite sex position since we're talking about sex?
One, I think it's funny that we both thought of this.
That's fair.
I guess I'm kind of like you, too, in the fact that it could be different.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had, like...
I did lead with my favorite one, though.
I'm going to say one that that you didn't mention. I like when you're on top.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
That's fun for you. It's exhausting for me. I got to hold myself up. I'm not as strong as you.
But I will say that all positions are great.
Yeah, that's true. Sex is great.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're doing it,
if you're fortunate enough to be having sex, I don't like. Do you think people have bad sex? I know that's probably a stupid question.
Happens all the time.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. That's a whole other subject.
Yeah, and we've never had that, so I don't feel like we have.
No.
All right. Next question for me, for you rather. What is your dream, and why haven't you followed it?
I don't really know. My dream was when I first got out of high school to become a certified public accountant, a CPA. Of course, things happened in life where it wasn't impossible, but it made obtaining that goal a lot harder. Therefore, I didn't want to work towards that because it was hard. And so I do regret not kind of really pushing through and doing that, because I feel like, and people may think I'm crazy, but I feel like that's what I would have been really happy doing currently instead of where I'm at in life doing what I'm doing. So I don't know. I was my own obstacle, I guess. I could have really pushed through and tried to obtain that goal, but
so why are you not chasing that now?
That'd be too hard. Again, I'm not going to sit here and climb a mountain.
You're gonna be your own obstacle again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be my own obstacle again.
That's fair.
But really, my ultimate goal now is to be able to travel and not have to work as much. Be able to work when I want to work, not have to do the Monday through Friday gig. And so hopefully that'll be obtainable. And
why are you looking at me?
We'll see. If we budget good enough, that can be obtainable, I guess.
Well, we got rid of those punk kids.
Yeah,
so,
that's the first step.
Yeah, so maybe we can start spending our own money on things we need to spend it on.
Yep. Oh, my question for you.
Yep.
All right. What are some ways I can improve myself?
What are some ways you can improve yourself?
Uh-huh.
Man, that's a put you on the spot type of deal. I feel like this is a setup.
Well, it's kind of like you asked me, what can I change about you?
That's true.
It's kind of the same thing, just worded different.
That's fair. What could you do to improve yourself? I think, and you're probably going to get mad at this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I
probably already know it.
I think you have to figure out a way to just sort of decouple yourself from the stresses of life, from the things that stress you out. Mm-hmm. And I know it's like a running joke. I see it all the time on Twitter. I see it all the time on TikTok, like where women will say something like, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. Just not worry about it.
Calm down.
Yeah.
How easy. Now that you told me that, yeah, I can just do it.
I get that. And I don't know if that's like a difference between men and women, because I feel like I can really just find something to do or take myself to a place where I don't think about that. Like, right. I don't think about stuff. And I feel like you, and I won't speak for all women, but I feel like you have a really hard time doing that.
That is a struggle for me. I will admit that. And then that, because I can't control that or handle that, it does kind of seep into involving you and bringing us down. And I've got to figure this out because I know it's not healthy, but this is one of the reasons why I like to be away from the house sometimes. Because if I'm away from the house, I don't think about this, that, or the other. If I'm on vacation, or if I'm having dinner or having drinks with you, I'm not thinking about, do I have this load of laundry that I need to do? Do I have this that I need to do? It just kind of removes me from that. And so for some reason, I've got to figure out how to not be like that at home.
And I think that would help you in like a lot of areas, and that's why I say that.
Yeah.
And I really, like, I don't feel like there's a ton of things that you need to do to improve on. But I think that's a pretty big one, I think, for you.
Yep. It's the biggest thing.
And I don't think it's not like, for me, it's not a problem. Like, I don't go, oh shit, here we go again. Like, I've just kind of gotten used to you, and that's just kind of how you deal with things or whatever. I don't understand it, and that can be frustrating at times, but it's not, I don't like, it doesn't like ruin my day or anything like that, I guess. So
that's good.
It's not like affecting.
You care about it because you know it's affecting me, and then that affects you, I think.
I don't really think it affects me. No. I just sit there and I just say to myself, like, I wish you didn't feel that way. I wish
that's what I'm saying.
You could do that. But past that thought, I don't go, like, I go past it. I decouple from it. Like, I guess men are really good at being able to do that, whereas women aren't. So, anyway, I hope that's a good enough answer for you. That's a good question.
It was. Oh, yeah, it was my question.
All of mine are sexual from here on out.
God.
And listen, she said it at the beginning of the show. I'm a very sexual person. And you like, also I'm pretty smart too. I'll have some better questions next time. Now that I know what wavelength you're on, trying to ask all these hard questions and crap.
Yeah, this last one's gonna be a good one for you. You better answer it honestly too.
Oh, the last one you got to ask me? Well, I got to ask you one first, so chill out.
Okay.
This is why I didn't want to go back and forth, because now it's all confusing and shit. Penis size.
Oh my God.
Too big or too small? You have to pick one.
I think there is such a thing as too big.
Okay.
It can be
painful. But doesn't like too small like just completely useless?
I mean, I wouldn't know, but girth is.
Well, it doesn't matter girth or length. Like if it's too small, it's too small. Like,
but diameter is a big deal versus length. I think if it's
that's fine. You're missing the point. I didn't say too long. I said size.
I'd rather have it longer than smaller.
What? You're so confusing to me right now. You're like trying to talk about length and width and.
Well, you said I can't say girth, so.
No. I'm just saying girth is a measure of size.
Okay, that's what matters. You can't have a pencil dick.
Okay, so you're saying, you're saying that you would rather have a tuna can dick than a pencil dick.
Yes.
Even though it might hurt you.
No.
Even though it might be too big.
Yes.
Okay. Golly. You made that like as hard as possible to answer.
Well, you just don't understand a woman, I guess. There's a way.
You're not listening to what I said. We're gonna get in a fight right here on this show. I just said size. I don't care what that means to you. Whatever that means to you.
Bigger is always better. End of discussion. There you go.
Dang. I never thought that one would be that hard for you, babe. Although I was interested in what you would say, because I guess I really didn't know what you would say.
Mm-hmm. I have one that's deep, going from comical to deep.
Shit.
What is your biggest fear?
Ooh, what is my biggest fear? So can I give like a 2-part answer?
Yeah.
I can say whatever I want, I guess.
Yeah. Question.
So I would say a few years ago, my biggest fear would have been me passing away without like the kids being grown up and not really being sort of on their own feet. Mm-hmm. That would have been really hard for you. That would have been really hard for the kids. And I know that's a weird fear.
Give a little backstory on why that was your fear.
If you've been listening, I had cancer a couple times a few years ago.
So
but that was
a valid fear.
That has nothing to do with that. Like I could have died in a car wreck and it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I've always just
never know.
I've always just been worried for my kids, I guess. Mm-hmm. That you know, my passing would like fuck their world up or something, you know. Or they wouldn't know how to do stuff, or you know, I don't know. It's a weird fear because I'd be dead. I would never know it, but that used to be kind of my fear. Now that the kids are all grown up and I feel like they're in good spots and they're doing a good job, and I feel like you know, we're not perfectly financially where we'd want to be, but I feel like you could navigate through all that stuff today a lot better. I don't know if I have a fear. Like I feel like I'm kind of free from that. I might have to think about that one and get back to you, because I think that's a good question. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if I have like a super great answer for it. I think, you know what? I do. You passing away. That's a fear.
That is a fear.
Yeah.
I have that fear.
Yeah.
Of you passing away.
Like if you left me, that would suck.
Yep.
Because who would I pull and lit with? Like who would I do anything with?
I know. Who would give me the best back rubs?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess as you live life long enough, you unlock more fears. Like when you're a kid, you're scared of
the boogeyman.
You're scared of like having something on your face when you're talking to somebody, and it just gets progressively, the stakes get higher and higher and higher, I guess.
Because you see people around you, your age or close to your age, passing away from random things. So it makes your time on Earth like even more precious and vulnerable. So
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I think I guess that is my fear. If I had to have one today. Yeah. My last question for you, and
what? I feel like I went first.
You got one more.
Okay.
Yeah. So we talked about sex position, but I wanted to ask you what your favorite sex act is.
See, I don't know what the difference is.
A position is a position. A sex act could be like just something that happens during sex, a certain type of sex. You could also choose to not answer the question.
I will say this. I love my Saturday and Sunday morning when you like do full body rubs and massages on me. I look forward to that every Saturday and Sunday. And during sex, I like to suck your nipples. There you go. Answer. Done. Move on. Don't want to talk about it anymore because that question made me uncomfortable.
Oh, that's funny.
Now move on.
I like it when you suck my nipples too, babe.
I hate that question.
That's why I want it. That's a good question.
Question.
That's we should get vulnerable and put ourselves in uncomfortable positions. That's the whole point.
For who?
For us. So, last thing I wanted to bring up today, and we'll do 5 questions again. Maybe we'll do 3 because that took kind of long.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe we'll do 3.
Or 1.
Yeah, maybe we could just do
just
one.
Do one question.
Yeah, that's fair. So I do these videos on TikTok where I'm eating in the pool, and it's usually it's always on Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And I go into this whole big spiel, and I kind of just, it's almost like I'm on a live. I should probably just put it on live on TikTok and do that. But I would do that.
By the time you eat, you're on a lit, so.
Yeah, so it's entertaining.
You got a nice appetite, yeah.
Well, I got a nice appetite, and I'm probably saying all kinds of crazy. Like every once in a while, I'll record like 15 minutes of video.
You don't even realize it.
And I don't even know what I'm talking. I don't even know what I talked about. So maybe we should do a live next time I do that. Would you do that with me?
Alive?
Would you come in?
Usually by then I'm like passed out taking a nap or something on the patio.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Would you eat with me and we could record it?
We'll see.
We should do that.
It works out.
Anyways, someone commented on one of them and said, what did he say? And I wrote it down like exactly verbatim. The comment was, eating in the pool is gross, dude. And so I don't take anything personally, just so everybody knows. I don't take anything personally that people put on TikTok because I feel like I'm more emotionally mature than that, for one. 2, like, we're putting ourselves out there. Not everybody's gonna like it, right?
You're gonna get comments.
Yeah, and people are, some people are just miserable, and they're gonna try to make you miserable.
Yeah.
So I don't do that, but I started thinking about it, and I was like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. Like, I don't like kids to eat in our pool because they're messy.
Well, yeah, they're going to drop shit all in the pool.
Adults, I would never have a problem with adults eating in the pool, especially when it's not a public pool. It's
my
personal
fucking pool.
So we make the fucking rules.
Yeah.
So we want to eat in the pool. We want to eat in the pool. I don't know. See what's gross about it. I think it's cleaner than eating like that in the house. In my opinion, if their little crumbs or juices drop anywhere, it's in the pool. Woo, it cleans up itself.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought it was like the weirdest comment.
I mean, if you're sitting on the toilet eating like that, now that's fucking gross.
Yeah, exactly.
That comment's warranted.
If I was taking a video of me in a Porta-John eating a cheeseburger or something, then I think...
But do elaborate. Why is that gross? I don't know.
I wanted to ask, but then I thought, well, no, I don't...
Because then that... Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was thought-provoking, but not in the way that person wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Like, that person wanted me to, like, clap back at them or something and, like, get in an argument about why. And I knew if I asked the question,
It would just be
it would like
another attack.
Well, it would like it would like that's what that person wanted me to do.
Yeah.
So even if I did it in a different way, I was never going to get but that is like, so
who
tell
else
us.
Thinks eating in the pool is gross
exactly.
And why?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm here for it. Like, maybe there's like something about it that I don't know. And I'm not, I mean, man, I was in the Army. I could eat food pretty much anywhere. So like, is it gross for the pool? Is it gross for me?
I don't know.
Is it gross for the other people that might get in my pool? That is such a weird comment. But anyway, I wanted to bring that up because I thought it was so weird. And I don't have an answer. Like, I have legitimately, I haven't like dwelled on it for days, but every once in a while, when I come back and look at my little, itinerary for the show, I'll see that and I'll go, what does that mean? And what's funny is it probably means absolutely nothing. That dude was probably, or that
he did his job right there.
Yeah, probably.
Or she did her job.
He or she are the faceless people on TikTok, and they probably just threw that out there to make me like consider it at all. So if that was your
living rent free in your head,
if that was your intention, freaking
did a phenomenal job.
Bravo. But if it wasn't, I don't know, hit me up and like tell me why that's gross. We got no mailbag questions because people are not going to our website and they're not filling out the contact form. But I feel like we're still getting a lot of content and ideas
we learn
through
what to say.
Yeah, through
ideas through that.
Through the comments people leave us and things like that. So we're having a blast. That's episode 7. Mama, do you have anything else before we get out of here tonight?
No, and I mean, this is kind of a good outlet for us, too. It gives us something to do to keep us busy and gives us a hobby now that our kids are gone. So
yeah, I think it's fun.
Regardless of what happens, we're just enjoying it now.
Question number 6 for you tonight. You are not a huge podcaster person. Like, this is something
I'm not a huge social media post on TikTok. You do a lot of that. I am uncomfortable in my own skin and what to say. So I struggle with this whole thing, but
do you feel like you still struggle with it as much as you did when I first said, hey, let's do this? And you're like, eh.
No, I don't. I feel like I've gotten better, but you're a very good leader in helping me know what to say. And
I'll give you kudos. Like,
you know me really well, so you know when I'm struggling or can fill in the blanks, so that helps. Because I would not be able to do this by myself.
I think you did really good from the start of it. Like, just talking.
Thanks.
I really do. I'm not even
you just
like,
want me to keep going.
No, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass at all. I think you underestimate yourself.
Yeah.
I think you I think the picture of you that you have in your head is not accurate, and I
always worry about saying the wrong thing. Or
how could you possibly say the wrong thing?
I don't know.
You can't. It's
and
just
plus
a show.
I don't like people saying bad things. So.
Well, yeah, you got to get over that.
I struggle with that.
Mama will go onto our comments and find the one thing that someone said. There'll be like 50 people that say something very nice and positive.
I'm like, what do they mean?
And then she finds the one that is negative and gets all like upset about it. That's just Mama.
It's just me living my life.
That's why I don't know. That's not why I love Mama, but that's just Mama. So that's the way it goes.
You just understand me.
But anyway, episode 7 in the books. Thanks for being here, Mama. Thanks everybody out there that's listening. We sure enjoy all the interaction you guys do with us on TikTok. And I think probably the most people that are listening to us, they're probably from TikTok. Because that's kind of where we said, hey, we're going to do this podcast. So anyway, you guys have a good night. We're going to pull and lit this weekend. So we'll have some more TikTok stuff going on. I'm going to cook some really good food tomorrow night, so there'll probably be a video of that as well. Episode 7. Thanks for joining.